Hello dear students of the third secondary stage and welcome to a new lesson. Today we're going to deal with Unit 6, Lesson 5, Chapter 6. Let's start. Chapter 6, Character List. The first character we have is Mr. Jaggers. He's a lawyer. We have Herbert Pocket, a relative of Miss Havisham, Pip's friend in London, son of Pip's teacher. في معانا كمان startup وده Pip's friend and housemate. في كمان معانا Bentley Dramo, Pip's housemate. Molly ودي طبعا Mr. Jaggers' housekeeper. Matthew Pocket, Pip's teacher in London, Miss Havisham's cousin. Biddy, teacher and friend to Pip. Joe Gargree, the husband of Pip's older sister, and he's a blacksmith. Mrs. Joe, Pip's older sister. And we have two convicts. We have Magwitch, the convict Pip helped to escape. Let's start reading the text. A few days afterwards, I was invited to dinner at Mr. Jaggers' house with Herbert Pocket, Startup, and Bentley Dramo. طبعا اللي بيتكلم هو مين؟ Pip. Mr. Jaggers lived in a large gloomy building not far from his office. طبعا gloomy بمعنى كئيب. وبيقول لنا ان هذا المبنى ما كانش بعيد عن عن مكتبه. We all sat down at a big table. There was plenty for everyone to eat and drink, but Mr. Jaggers kept everything at his side and served us himself. طبعا بيقول لنا انه كلنا قعدنا على المنضدة وكان هناك وفرة من الطعام والشراب للجميع ولكن Mr. Jaggers kept everything at his side خلى كل حاجة بجانبه and served us himself وهو اللي كان بيخدمهم على المائدة أو بيقدم الطعام على المائدة. When he saw Dramo, he immediately asked me who he was. قال له مين الشخص ده؟ That is Bentley Dramo. هذا هو Bentley Dramo. I replied. So Bentley Dramo is his name? Is it? He said. ده اسمه Bentley Dramo. Mr. Jaggers thought about this information for a moment before saying, I like the look of him. Mr. Jaggers spent a lot of time looking at Dramo. Mr. Jaggers قضى وقت كتير في النظر لمين لدرامو. He talked to Dramo for a long time. تحدث إلى درامو لفترة طويلة and I heard Dramo boasting that طبعا boasting معنى يتفاخر. Boasting that he was much stronger than a startup and me. هذا يتفاخر انه هو يعني اقوى بكتير من startup ومني انا كمان. We were both annoyed and the startup and I found ourselves talking boastfully as well. طبعا بيقول لنا انه هو طبعا Pip بيقول startup وانا لقينا نفسنا احنا كمان بنتكلم بتفاخر احنا كمان. Our conversation became a competition. الحديث بتاعنا أصبح منافسة. To show who had the best skills. مين عنده أفضل skills مهارات. Mr. Jaggers seemed to enjoy our talk as a form of entertainment. طبعا Mr. Jaggers قاعد مستمتع بالحديث بتاعهم كنوع من التسلية. But I didn't enjoy it at all. The Pip. I don't know why I said some of the things I did. مش عارف ليه قلت بعض الأشياء اللي أنا عملتها. But being among these people seemed to make me behave that way. ولكن كوني وسط هؤلاء الناس ده جعلني أتصرف بهذه الطريقة. Just then, a woman of about 40 entered the room. She was امرأة يعني في حوالي 40 من العمر دخلت الغرفة. She was tall and thin. كانت طويلة ونحيفة with pale eyes وعينيها شاحبة and long hair شعر طويل. And she gave Mr. Jaggers an anxious look. نظرت لمستر جاجرز نظرة فيها قلق. As she put more food on the table. وهي بتحط طعام إضافي أو طعام زيادة على الترابيزة. She seemed to be worried that Mr. Jaggers would say something bad about the food. كانت قلقانة إن مستر جاجرز ممكن يقول حاجة أو تعليق سيء بشأن الطعام. He introduced her as Molly. قدمها لينا باسم Molly, his housekeeper. الhousekeeper بتاعته. Now, if you gentlemen want to see more real strength, show them your rests, Molly. Mr. Jaggers continued. She pulled up her sleeves and showed them to us. طبعا rests معناها طبعا هي جمع لكلمة rest ومعناها معصم. طيب ده بالنسبة لإيه؟ لمولي. طبعا بيقول لنا كمان إن هي she pulled up her sleeves يعني إيه؟ شمرت عن إيه؟ يعني طبعا sleeve اللي هو الكم، رفعت الكم الأعلى أو الأكمام عشان توريهم الإيه؟ المعصم بتاعها. One of her rests had terrible scars on it. أحد معصميها كان إيه؟ فيه scar. scar طبعا بمعنى جرح بارز في الجلد. تمام. وطبعا هنا جاية جمع scars. It must have been cut badly in the past. أكيد تم إيه؟ تم جرح أو حصل جرح يعني سيء لمولي في الماضي. I have never met a man or a woman with stronger hands than Molly. عمري ما شفت إيه يعني حد بإيدين قوية زي مولي. مين اللي بيقول كده؟ مستر جاجرز هو اللي قال الكلام ده. They are remarkable. طبعا remarkable معناها بارز أو ملحوظ. Don't you just think so? We all took turns to look at her arms. طبعا بيسألوا مستر جاجرز يعني ألا تعتقدون نفس الشيء؟ يعني نفس اللي أنا بعتقد فيه. كلهم أخذوا أدوارهم took turns to look at her arms عشان يبصوا على إيديها. Then Mr. Jaggers thought that Molly was getting too much attention. So he told her to leave the room again. At 9:30, gentlemen, said Mr. Jaggers. Mr. Jaggers بيقول لهم الساعة 9:30. We need to finish. Please make good use of your time here. فضلكم استغلوا وقتكم كويس هنا. Until that time, Dramal continued to boast about things he had done. حتى ذلك الوقت درامل استمر في التفاخر بالأشياء اللي كان عملها يعني قبل كده which Mr. Jaggers seemed to encourage. واللي مستر جاجرز يعني كان يبدو إنه هو بيشجعه عليها. However, when Dramal left the house with the startup, Dramal realized that he no longer had an enthusiastic audience for his boasting. طبعا درامل أدرك إنه لن يعد لديه جمهور متحمس لهذا التفاخر اللي عمال يتكلم فيه. اتكلم بقى عن حاجات عملها قبل كده وحاجات أنجزها وقد إيه هو يعني عظيم وعنده skills. And the two started to argue. بعد كده الاتنين بدأوا يتجادلوا. Before leaving, I told Mr. Jaggers that I did not like drama at all. قال له بص يا مستر جاجرز أنا مش بحب الدرامل ده خالص. He advised me to keep away from him and then he said good night. نصح طبعا بيب إنه يبعد عنه and then said good night. وسابهم قال لهم تصبحوا على خير. Fortunately, however, Drummel finished his education with Mr. Matthew Pocket soon afterwards and returned home to my great relief. يعني مبسوط جدا جدا. بيقول to my great relief يعني راحة عظيمة جدا حصلت له لما درامل خلص التعليم بتاعه مع مستر ماتيو بوكيت وريتيرند هوم رجع البيت. A few weeks later, a letter arrived from Biddy. بعدها بأسابيع قليلة وصل خطاب من بيدي. She wrote, كتبت في الخطاب؟ Dear Mr. Pip, I'm writing to you at the request of Mr. Joe Gargree. يعني أنا بكتب لك بناء على طلب Mr. Joe Gargree. To let you know that he's gonna be in London. عشان يعرفك إنه هو هيبقى في لندن and will be very glad to see you. وهيكون مبسوط جدا إنه يشوفك. He will arrive at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. هيصل الساعة 9 بكرة الصبح and hopes that this will be a good time for you. أتمنى إن ده يكون وقت طيب بالنسبة لك. I'm sure that you will be happy to see him because you always had a good heart. أنا متأكدة إن أنت هتكون مبسوط إن أنت تشوفه because you always had a good heart. أنت دايما قلبك طيب. Your poor sister is much the same as when you left. We talk about you every day and think about what you are saying and doing. Yours sincerely, Biddy. ده كان الخطاب اللي بعتته بيدي. I wished that I could pay Joe not to come. He was my friend, but I was ashamed of him now. ليه بقى ashamed of him ليه يعني بيخجل منه ليه؟ طبعا جو زي ما انتوا عارفين ان هو blacksmith حداد لكن بيب دلوقتي بقى شخص متعلم وكده. He wanted to visit me at Barnard's Inn where I still had lodgings with Herbert. It was lucky, I thought, that he was not visiting me at my tutor's home in Hammersmith. يعني بيقول إن أنا كنت محظوظ إنه ما زارنيش فين في بيت المعلم بتاعي فين في Hammersmith. I didn't want to introduce him to everyone there. مش عايز أقدمه لأي حد أو لكل الناس هناك. Early one morning, Joe arrived at my lodgings. He would not sit down. He looked very uncomfortable. شكله uncomfortable. And he remained standing فضل واقف. He held on to his hat nervously. كان متشبث في القبعة بتاعته يعني بتوتر ماسكها بتوتر. He seemed anxious. كان يبدو قلقا. Not to do or say the wrong thing. But I was annoyed. If only he would not call me sir or often. We ate breakfast with Herbert, who tried to help Joe to feel comfortable. But Joe coughed too much. طبعا كف معناه يكح. Sat too far away from the table. قعد بعيد جدا عن الترابيزة. And dropped food everywhere. وقع الأكل في كل حتة. was only when Herbert left for work and we were alone that I found out why he had come. ليه هو جه؟ Miss Havisham wishes to see you, sir, Joe said. ايه ده؟ بيكلمه بيقول له يا sir، يا سيدي. Miss Havisham عايزة تشوف مين Pip. And she wants you to know that Stella has come home. وهي كمان عايزك تعرف إن Stella has come home. I hoped that Joe could not see how I felt. كنت أأمل إن جو يشوف أنا شاعر بإيه. Pip, my dear friend, he said. يا بيب، يا صديقي العزيز. Affectionately, بمودة. I wish you well. Then he left. تمنى تكون يعني بحالة صحية جيدة. A few minutes later, I was sorry that I had been so unfriendly to Joe. بعدها بدقائق قليلة شعرت بالأسف على إن أنا ما كنتش يعني لطيف مع جو. I hurried outside hoping to call him back. يعني هرولت للخارج عندي أمل إن أنا أنده عليه but it was too late. كان خلاص too late. I could not see him anywhere. ما قدرتش ألاقيه في أي حتة. I decided to go home the following day. Although I thought of staying with Joe, I told myself that a room would not be ready for me at the blacksmith. طبعا blacksmith اللي هي ورشة الحدادة أو ورشة الحداد. I told myself that it would be better for Joe if I stayed at a hotel instead. So I found one near Miss Havisham's house. وجدت أحد الفنادق بالقرب من منزل Miss Havisham. As I was waiting to leave London on the coach, بينما أنا كنت في انتظار مغادرة لندن على أتوبيس السفر. طبعا coach معنى أتوبيس سفر. I saw two convicts. convict بمعنى شخص مدان في قضية أو مجرم standing nearby. They wore leg irons. كانوا لابسين أغلال في رجليهم and handcuffs. handcuffs اللي هي كلبشات. Their guard had a gun. والحارس بتاعهم كان معاه بندقية. I recognized one of the convicts immediately. مين بقى اللي اتعرف عليه سريعا أو خد باله منه سريعا؟ It was the man who had given me a shiny new coin at the village in a long time ago. ده كان الراجل اللي اداني a shiny new coin، عملة معدنية جديدة لامعة at the village in، في الفندق اللي هو في القرية a long time ago، من فترة طويلة. I hoped that he would not recognize me. تمنيت إن هو ما ياخدش باله مني. After all, I was older now. على العموم أو على أي حال أنا دلوقتي بقيت أكبر فمش هياخد باله مني. And dressed like a gentleman. ولابس وكأني gentleman. When the coach arrived, لما وصل الأتوبيس, the two convicts and their guard climbed up. convicts والحارس بتاعهم طلعوا على الأتوبيس sitting just behind me، وقعدوا ورايا بالظبط. I tried not to look at them. حاولت إن أنا ما أبصش عليهم but I could not avoid their conversation. ولكني لم أستطع أن أتجنب الحديث بتاعهم أو الحوار بتاعهم. When I first went to prison, I heard the first convict saying, I was only inside for a few months. When I was told that I could leave, another convict, Magwitch, asked me to help him. He wanted me to find a boy who had helped him years before, when he had escaped and was hiding on the marshes. طبعا احنا عارفين marshes اللي هي المستنقعات. Magwitch didn't know me then, but he gave me a shiny new coin to give to the boy if I ever found him. And I did. So the convict I gave the food and file to all those years ago is called Magwitch. I thought. اللي بيتكلم ده هو Pip. Said the second convict. Magwitch trusted you then, did he? Yes, he did, the first convict replied. But he didn't know me very well. Magwitch got a life sentence. طبعا life sentence اللي هي سجن مدى الحياة for that escape. طبعا عشان ذلك الهروب. You know اللي انت عارفه. The guard said memories came back to haunt me. لقد جاءت الذكريات تطاردني من جديد. And I was scared. أصبحت خائفا. I got off the coach as soon as I could and walked the rest of the way. It was late when I arrived at the hotel. I was feeling very tired, but I didn't sleep very well that night. Now, dear students, we're gonna shift to the exercise. You're gonna complete the sentences using words or phrases from the box. معانا مجموعة من الكلمات هنكمل بيها الجمل. Anxious, boast, enthusiastic, hold on to, a life sentence, scar, shiny, sleeves, rests. Number 1. When a criminal is arrested, the police put handcuffs on their. عندما يلقى القبض على المجرم الشرطة put handcuffs بتحط الكلبشات on their فين؟ on their dots. فكر فيها. شوف number 2. If it is hot and you are wearing a shirt, you can pull up your space to make you cooler. لو الدنيا حر وانت لابس قميص ممكن pull up ترفع ايه to make you cooler عشان يعني تحس بالبرودة أكثر. طبعا نختار كلمة من فوق. بيقول لنا في number 3 although I had studied a lot I felt very about my English exam. شوف. Number 4 there is a boy in my class who likes to space about how great his new camera is. في ولد في الكلاس بتاعي بيحب ان هو يعمل ايه بشأن قد ايه الكاميرا بتاعته عظيمة وجميلة. الكاميرا الجديدة اللي هو اشتراها طبعا. Number 5 if a criminal is given space لو المجرم اخد ايه he has to remain in prison for whole life. لابد ان يظل في السجن مدى حياته او طيلة حياته. Number 6 بيقول لنا I like getting coins which are new because they are very. Number 7 the students were very space about their English lessons. كانوا شعورهم ايه او حاسين بايه بشأن الانجليش lessons. وائل has a space on his knee from an operation. ايه اللي في ركبة وائل من عملية جراحية أو بسبب عملية جراحية. Number 9 the climbing instructor told me to space the rope. المدرب الخاص بالتسلق قال لي إن أنا أعمل إيه بشأن الحبل. طبعا هنشوف. تعالوا نشوف number 1 الأول. بيقول لنا when a criminal is arrested The police put handcuffs on their. Yes, bravo. Put handcuffs بيحط الكلبشات طبعا on their wrists. Number 2. If it is hot and you're wearing a shirt, you can pull up your. ممكن ترفعي السليفز بتاعت القميص طبعا الكم بتاع القميص. Although I had studied a lot, I felt very برغم ان ذاكرت كتير I felt very about my English exam. Felt very yes, excellent, anxious, قلق. Number 4. There is a boy in my class who likes to space about how great his new camera is. الولد ده طبعا بيحب ان هو boast يتفاخر بالكاميرا الجديدة بتاعته. If a criminal is given A, he has to remain in prison his whole life. If a criminal is given a life sentence, يعني عقوبة السجن مدى الحياة بيظل في السجن طيلة حياته. Number 6 بيقول لنا I like getting coins which are new because they are very بتكون العملات الجديدة بتكون طبعا very shiny. The students were very space about their English lessons. كانوا yes very enthusiastic متحمسين جدا بشأن English lessons. Wael has a space on his knee from an operation. طبعا Wael has a scar. طبعا معناها جرح في الجلد. Number 9 بيقول لنا the climbing instructor told me to space the rope. Told me to hold on to the rope معناها يتشبث بالحبل. Now dear students we have come to the end of this lesson. Wish you good luck and bye bye.
فهمت الدرس؟ ده وقت التطبيق مع تدريبات واختبارات نافس. حمل الآن.